Disney has pretty successfully cornered the market on kids' movies. There are a few others out there, but between Disney and Pixar, they have made just about every children's movie worth watching. And good for them. The youngsters today need some wholesome and fun high-quality entertainment. The problem is, Disney isn't always wholesome. We'd like to think that filmmakers with the target market of little kids would keep it clean, but that's sadly not the case. They don't come right out and say it, but rather sneak it in with a hidden image here and an innuendo there. Keep it subtle so that nobody notices. Well, Disney, we noticed. Here are 8 inappropriate things you miss in these Disney movies. Number 8, Lion King. In one of Disney's most popular movies, The Lion King, we watch Simba grow from the goofy child lion into the mighty king that defeats Scar's evil regiment in the end. Simba and his childhood friend Nala are reunited after being away for quite some time. The two lions, both having matured since they last saw each other, are seen running around and frolicking in the water in the tune of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" when things get a little too steamy for young eyes. Luckily, many kids don't really know what's going on here, but when you come back to watch this masterpiece as an adult, that scene might make you blush. Number 7, The Cloud. There's another moment in The Lion King that is more of a subliminal message than overt risque behavior. When Simba collapses on the ground, he sends up a cloud that clearly spells out SEX. Controversy kicked up about this inappropriate suggestive image when it was apparently first noticed by a 4-year-old. That doesn't seem like it could possibly be right. But either way, it led several religious groups to boycott Disney, who had already been accused of slipping dirty stuff in front of young eyes. One of the animators from the film claimed that the letters were intentional but were SFX as a tribute to the production team. I'll let you be the judge on that in the comments. Number 6, Pinocchio. Pinocchio is one of those Disney classics that never gets old. Everyone knows it, everyone gets the reference when you talk about their nose growing when they lie. It's a beautiful story of a puppet becoming a real boy, learning hard moral lessons, and rescuing his father from the belly of a whale on his quest to become fully human. And all the while, the puppet is guided by the delightful little character, Jiminy Cricket. One of the hard lessons Pinocchio must learn is that wasting your days away chasing fleeting pleasure after another will render you useless. And to get this point across, the movie invoked what is known as Pleasure Island, where boys can indulge in unlimited junk food, booze, and smoking. The boys think they're having the time of their lives, but the purpose of all these pleasures is to turn them into donkeys, or better yet, jackasses. Sounds like a little like college, yeah? While the lesson is certainly valuable for young people, perhaps the partying and caressing around taken a little too far, like when Pinocchio gets completely plastered on what looks like a cigar. Number 5, See-Through Armor. Here's a dirty enough line that's right out in the open. The dragon, Mushu, from Mulan, is boasting of all his powers that make up for his lack of stature. You remember that this movie is about a woman posing as a man in order to take part in combat. And when Mushu makes the claim that his special powers let him see right through Mulan's armor, his eyes clearly drift away from her face and directly to something else. Number 4, The Rescuers. Disney released The Rescuers in the year 1977. The movie tells the story of 2 mice who are the members of the Rescue Aid Society and come to the rescue of a young orphan who has been abducted by the evil villain Madame Medusa. Fast forward 22 years to 1999, and Disney voluntarily recalled the movie and admitted that there was an inappropriate image that appears at a certain point in the film. At the time of their admission, there was very little, if any, public attention on the almost imperceptible photograph in the scene. But I guess Disney wanted to be out in front of this controversy, as the technology necessary to slow the video down enough to catch the nude photograph was becoming more widespread. Disney appears to have stuck to the story that this photo was inserted in post-production and was not intentionally included by their animators. I'm sure we'll never get to the bottom of that one. Number 3, Cinderella. As the mice from Cinderella scramble to retrieve the beads from a broken necklace, they're pursued by a hungry cat. make the job more efficient, they slide many of the beads into the tail of one of the little critters, which is harmless enough until you take it out of context. Then, things get very questionable. Number 2. Frozen. By now you may have noticed that none of the movies we've mentioned thus far are recent, so Disney has learned their lesson and has decided to keep it clean for the kiddos. After all, they always get caught with their innuendos and naughty references by people like us watching a video like this. But the answer would be no. They haven't learned their lesson, evidenced by this reference to size from the much more recent hit film Frozen. Kristoff and Anna briefly discuss Han's foot size, but we all know what they were getting at.
What's his favorite food?
Sandwiches.
Best friend's name?
Probably John.
Eye color.
Dreamy.
Foot size?
Foot size doesn't matter.
Number 1. Little Mermaid. This one really takes the cake. Ariel from The Little Mermaid is fascinated with the human world and longs to leave the sea to be with her love, Eric. In this eyebrow-raising scene, Eric is being married to someone else, as Ariel and her crew rush to intervene. A crisis, yes, but if we look closely at the priest, we see we have much bigger things to worry about, as he is clearly aroused. Alright, that's it for today. Behind the Screen fans, we only looked at 8 examples, but I have no doubt there are hundreds of Disney references that are downright inappropriate. Share the ones you know of in the comments, and we'll be back soon. Same time, same channel.